If you were to ask a Dragon Ball fan what their favorite story arc in the franchise is, I think you'd hear a lot of people answer the Frieza Saga and the Cell Saga. Very, very, very few people would say the Emperor Pilaf Saga, and that's for good reason. I don't think the storytelling there adds up to what we get later on in the franchise. That being said, today I want to tell you why the Emperor Pilaf Saga is awesome and why you absolutely need to watch it. I know you're probably thinking, oh, Tony's going to say that I need to watch the Emperor Pilaf Saga because it's the first story in the entire franchise, and so I'm missing out if I haven't watched it, blah, 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 blah. And that's absolutely true. You should watch the Pilaf Saga because of all that, but that's not what I want to focus on today. Today, I want to focus on the story itself and the message that the Pilaf Saga leaves us with. It's a message of positivity. It's a message that encourages you to go out there, put yourself out of your comfort zone, because you may discover something about yourself, or you may end up achieving that goal that you've always wanted to achieve. So where does this all come from? Well, in order to understand that, you need to look at the story. So if you've already watched the Pilaf Saga, sorry, I'm going to be summarizing the story. If you haven't, I guess spoiler alert, but yeah, it's a 40-year-old story. So the story is super, super simple. Bulma wants a boyfriend. She learns about the Dragon Balls, so she decides to go off on this journey so that she can wish for a boyfriend. Along the way, she meets Goku, convinces him to become her bodyguard, essentially. They go off on this journey to look for the Dragon Balls. Along the way, they meet a bunch of the characters that you end up seeing throughout the rest of the franchise. At the end, they get captured. Emperor Pilaf, Mai, and Shu gather the 7 Dragon Balls. They summon the dragon Shenlong, and then at the last minute, Ulan, the shape-shifting pig character, comes out of nowhere, wishes for a pair of girls' panties, and saves the world because Emperor Pilaf was about to wish for world domination. That's all there is to this story, but the true beauty lies in the character arcs. So let's begin with the most important character, Bulma. She's the one that gets everything started. She wants a boyfriend. She ends up with a boyfriend at the end of the story. She ends up with Yamcha as her boyfriend, but it's not because of the Dragon Balls. It's not because she wished for a boyfriend. It's because she went on this journey, ended up meeting a guy that she liked, and they ended up together. Let's look at Yamcha. Yamcha originally doesn't have a clear want other than just he wants money. He wants to rob people. But then he learns about the Dragon Balls and he sees this as an opportunity to fix a personality trait of his. Or I don't know if you'd call it a personality trait. It might be more of a problem. And that is that he can't be around attractive women. He gets all nervous, flustered, and freaks out and runs away. So he sees the Dragon Balls as a way to fix that. He wants to wish for the ability to be around attractive women. As for Goku, he's a bit different from Bulma. He doesn't have a clear want at the beginning of the story like Bulma does. It isn't until Bulma comes around and basically tricks him to go off on this journey with her that he starts to realize that what he wants is to go out into the world and become stronger, find people that can help him become stronger. And that is what happens because he ends up meeting Master Roshi. He asks him if Master Roshi can train him, and then at the end of the story, Goku sets off to go train under Master Roshi, and that is essentially the rest of the Dragon Ball story, because pretty much all of it is just Goku, I want to become stronger, I want to become stronger, ooh, it's a person stronger than me, hey, teach me, become my master, or fight with me so I can become stronger. That becomes Goku's want, and if Goku hadn't gone off on this journey with Bulma, well, maybe he would have realized that in a more clear way at some point, but it wouldn't have played out the way it did. And finally, we have the shapeshifters. So we have Puar and Ulan. Puar, I'm just going to put aside because Puar doesn't have much of a character. Basically, Puar just wants what Yamcha wants. So at the end of the story, Yamcha's happy. That means Puar is happy. Ulan, on the other hand, is really, really interesting because Ulan begins as a horrible, horrible character. He's just kidnapping little girls. And then, very, very reluctantly, he goes off on this journey with Bulma and Goku. And in the process, he grows as a character. Now, he's still a little despicable pervert, but he ends up making friends, right? So not only is he the one that gets the wish and he gets the girl's panties, which I'm sure he was very, very happy about, he also ends up with something he wasn't expecting, and that's lifelong friends. Ulan keeps coming back throughout the rest of the franchise, and even though he's not really an important character for pretty much the rest of the franchise, he's still around and he's always hanging out with the crew. They are friends. And I think this is something that a lot of people may miss, because at the end of the story, he's there when Bulma and Yamcha and Por all go off to the city. Ulan is with them and he keeps showing up. So even though Ulan didn't realize that he wanted friends, it seems like he did want friends, and he's happy that he made friends by going on this journey. So what's the point of all this? What is the message that the Emperor Pilaf saga leaves us with? There's a lot we can say, but if I try to summarize it in a very, very succinct way, I think it's basically about not focusing too much on the goal, focusing on the journey. So in the case of Bulma and Yamcha, they think they need this external force to fix their problems, but actually all they needed to do was put themselves out there and put themselves out of their comfort zone. And along the way through this journey, they ended up meeting each other. And then in the case of Goku and Ulan, they didn't even know exactly what they really wanted, but by going on this journey, they discovered that, and they were very happy with what they discovered. So regardless of whether you know what you want to do with your life or what you want to do short term, whether you have a clear-cut goal or not, you need to just go on a journey. You need to go try something. You need to take that first step, because by doing so, you're going to discover things about yourself. You're going to discover that maybe that thing you always want to do, that's not for you, and you want to try something else. Or maybe you're going to discover that you're far more capable than you thought you were. You're doubting yourself. You're thinking, oh, I can't do this. But then you do it and you go like, oh, wow, I love to do this and I'm good at it. So I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to this. So that is why I think you need to watch the Emperor Pilaf saga. Yes, it's not some complex masterpiece, but there is beauty in its simplicity. It's not bogged down by years of continuity and plot holes and time travel and all that. And don't get me wrong, I love that stuff too. But by the time you're done watching the Emperor Pilaf saga, you're going to think to yourself, I want to go out there and go on a journey and discover things about myself and accomplish my goals and do those things that I've always wanted to do. So go take that first step. Watch the Emperor Pilaf saga or read the manga. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.